What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the stream. If you're getting here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this video after the live stream, thank you so much. Take the time out of your day, watch little old me. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of Lakers news. I mean, stuff just keeps piling in. It just keeps coming. It's like I can't keep up with it every minute. It's like we get something new, but pretty awesome. First off, we got, the whole Dennis Schroder signing. That's exciting. That kind of leads me to believe that there's, maybe a trade on the rise. But we'll dive into it. We'll talk about all that stuff in a second. Let's say hello to all the early people popping in here. Give some people a chance to get in here. What y'all think about this pickup? Euphoric notes. I like it. It depends on what Dennis Schroder we're getting. If we're getting the Dennis Schroder of last time, I'm that dude. This is my team. I'm the future. That boom, big old headed Dennis Schroder. Keep him as far away from the Lakers as possible. He does have the connections with Darvin Ham from the Atlanta days, stuff like that. So they have a relationship. But if this is a Dennis Schroder that, comes in and he's humble and he's like, hey, you know what? I had an opportunity here. I dropped the ball. That's my bad. I'll come in. I'll do whatever you want. I'll be the guy that you need me to be. Whatever you ask, I'm here to be that guy. If it's that guy, I want that Dennis Schroder. Because that Dennis Schroder, he's a defender. He can shoot. He can play make. He can do a little bit of everything. So I really like the potential of Dennis Schroder with this team. It depends on which Dennis Schroder we end up getting. Is it going to be the cocky one or is it going to be the humble one, the one that's that got humbled? Because humbling does a lot. The dude lost $82 million because he got 2.64 or whatever it was. So yeah, Chicken Man, what is going on, Neil Williams? Appreciate you, Chicken Man. You're awesome. What else we got? Salute and blessings, fam. Salute. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you all. Thank you all. Bro, Utah just released 2 players. Did they really? I wonder if the trade is done. They still could work it out, still could deal with it. I know that they're still trying to work on the move. We're getting, news just keeps piling up. But, yeah, it's one of those things. I don't know what they're signing. I don't know if it's the Lakers are – maybe they're going to go and look at Miles Turner. The report came out that the Lakers are strongly considering bringing him off the bench. Maybe that's what they do. It just doesn't – we got so many guards. You're going to have a bunch of guys that are playing DMPs. And that's my biggest problem. But here, let's see what I don't see anything about that. The most recent news that I see is that the Lakers want these players. Let's see. Let's do this in real time. Let's see. Oh, they did release 2 players. Utah Jazz. Friday waived 2 players. Xavier Sneed and Paris Bass. Paris Bass already went elsewhere. I don't know. I have to look at that some more. But anyway, let's get back to the stream. But regardless, this whole situation is just crazy. It doesn't add up to me. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just looking at it in a different manner. But I don't know. Real quick before we dive into it, hit this like button. It really does help me out. Subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed. What should be the like and subscribe goal today? We always have a like and subscribe goal. What are we at? We're at 35-30. Let's get to 35. Let's get to 35-50 at least. It's only 20 subscribers. There's 100 people of you already in the stream. Let's hit that 35-50. Hit that subscribe button and let's get to 120 likes. Got to 120 last time. Let's do it this time. 120 likes, 35-50 and subscribers. So like this video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. You have no idea the power of the like button. But diving into it. What's good? I think it's a good pickup. I think so too. I like it. It just, again, it depends on which Dennis Schroder are we getting. Are we getting the one that's cocky? Are we getting the one that's arrogant? Are we getting the one that, he thinks he's that dude? He thinks he's the guy? Then that could be a real problem. But if it's the one that's coming, that he's humbled now, learned his lesson, got the reality check, that Dennis Schroder, I am all for. What do you think about the reports of possible trade with Lakers, Jazz, Knicks, Hornets? I think the Jazz is most likely. I think Knicks is another good option. I'm telling, like, a deal. It makes no sense for them to sign Dennis Schroder unless there was a deal, unless there's a deal in place. Like, I mean, look, Schroeder can play the one or the two. I get that, but come on, man. Like, it just doesn't add up to me. Like, it just doesn't make sense that you would have 7 guards on this team, and you still have LeBron James, who's probably going to be the primary ball handler most of the time. Even if you bring Russ off the bench, you still have 5 points. Like, you're just going to have a lot of DMPs and stuff. I don't understand why they would do that. I really think something's happening. I really think something's in the works. I could be completely wrong. Look, I'm nobody, but I could be completely wrong. He looked good in the FIBA World Cup. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was killing it. Absolutely. Like Dwight Howard. Yeah, I mean, look, if he comes back, accepts his role, I am all for that. Utah trade is coming. It might be. It very well might be. I mean, it's very interesting. It's very interesting to see what's going to happen, what's going to develop. Whether it's Utah or it's somebody else, you got to imagine something's got to be brewing, because otherwise it just doesn't make sense. There's 84 million reasons to be humble now. Facts. Trade for the forwards from Utah now. That might be what it is. That really might be what it is. I don't know. It might be what it is. I don't want to get our hopes up too high. I don't want anything too crazy to happen. But I don't know. They have to have something figured out, something worked out. Just because it was Dennis Schroeder signing. Like, if they went and signed, I don't know, a wing player, or, they brought in, or they, made the announcement that they're going to bring in, Cole Swider or something like that, I'd be like, okay, the deal's probably done. I'd say they're probably not making any trades, probably not making any moves. This is the team that we have. But we already have 10 guards on this team, and now you just signed another one. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me at all. I don't know. I could be wrong. It doesn't make any sense if they don't move Russ. Rob is doing everything ass backwards. Yeah, either that, or maybe they move Kendrick Nunn. Maybe they keep Russ, and maybe they move Kendrick Nunn and go get like a Cam Reddish. Maybe that's a move. Maybe it's not a big move that we think it is. Like, that could be something that they're talking about or figuring out or working on. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be the Utah deal. Maybe it's a Knicks deal. Maybe it's Fournier, Reddish, and something. I don't know. It's just, I don't get why you would go and get another guard that is very similar to Russ's type of play, that slashing guard. This high energy, high pace. Like, I don't know. Paris Bassett and Xavier Sneed are released by the Jazz. Yeah, but look, like I said, maybe it's not a Jazz trade. I don't know. That signing is just really weird. Maybe it is Kendrick Nunn and a second or something like that for Cam Reddish. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Something's got to be brewing. Or at least I hope there is. But we'll see. We'll as this information comes out and everything kind of is in the works. I mean, we still got time. So as everything kind of unfolds, I'm sure the pieces to the puzzle will start to fit. But in the meantime, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribe, stay up to date, have these conversations with me, all that stuff. Let's hit our subscriber and let's hit our like goal. I really appreciate that. So like this video, subscribe to the channel. Are you going to dress up as someone with facial hair for Halloween to know the feeling? I mean, even then, it's just, I just can't get it in. It's unfortunate. I am a child, but yeah, maybe I'll like have like a full beard, like just do something like that. Or we'll do like the Jackass route where it's like, I'll just like shave my head and glue it on. It'd be nice to grow out that rugged look. Oh no. There is conflicting reports, but it looks like Russ will be competing for a starting role, but who knows if he is staying for sure. Yeah, I mean, look, if he stays, I do imagine that's the approach that they'd go. Give everyone a fair shot to start. But I don't know. Like, think about it. You have LeBron James as a point guard, right? You have Russell Westbrook. You have Patrick Beverly. You have Kendrick Nunn. You have Dennis Schroder. Those are 5 point guards. Like traditional point guards. I guess you can make an argument. Yeah, they could play. Some of them could play the 2, but they're the point guards, right? So you have the 5 point guards. Then you have Austin Reeves who can play point. You got Walker that could play point. You literally have like 7 or 8 guys that could all play the point guard. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, could be completely wrong. I could be completely wrong, but like I said, maybe it's not the big deal. Maybe it's not a big trade. Maybe it is just none for Reddish or something along those lines. That could very well be the case. Thanks, LA Sports Live. Yeah, big shout out to LA Sports Live. Me and LA Sports Live, we did a live stream together. You should go check that out after this live stream. Go show them some love. I believe Lakers are getting rid of a point guard. They have to be. It's the only thing that makes sense. They got to have something worked out. Because I mean, look, LeBron's going to be your point guard come playoff time, come all that stuff. It's just I don't know. I don't see why they would have 10 point guards. Pelinka Ham need to be fired today. Gotta give everything time. I appreciate you though. What else we got? Hi, you have a better show than Trevor Lane. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Look, Trevor Lane is fantastic. I'm a big fan of his, big fan of that show, all that stuff. So I'll never take away from Trevor Lane. But I am glad that many of you really enjoy this, really enjoy these streams, enjoy our conversations, enjoy my videos. I'm growing, we're growing steadily. I love it. I appreciate it. We're at 35. That's a nice number. But can we get to 3,600 today? That'd be amazing. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video. We got 150 of you beautiful people in this stream. I'd really appreciate if we could get to, 100 plus likes and a bunch of subscribers. That would be lovely. But thank you. I appreciate you. But Trevor Lane and Lakers Nation, they're fantastic. Something is happening. I think so too. Dennis Reeves and Beasley, LeBron James, AD. I mean, maybe that could be a possibility. What's going on, Tom? Appreciate you being here. What is up? No trade Melo on the way. I mean, maybe that's the route they go. I don't think that is likely what's going to happen now. But Rob running back 2021. Dennis is worth 4 for 20. Hey, yeah. I mean, this is a great deal. Low risk, high reward type deal. I am all for it. I just seen we might be doing a 4-team trade with the Knicks, Hornets, and Utah, and they said we would be getting Rozier and Bogdanovich. But even Rozier doesn't make sense. And that's a lot of teams that get done. If that is something that is true, that is tough. It is so hard to do a one team for one team trade, let alone 4 teams. The Knicks and the Lakers had a deal done with the Raptors, and the Knicks messed it up. And of the Knicks in Utah, is that bad blood? And I don't believe the Lakers would do a trade with the Knicks and not get Cam Reddish. I don't see that happening. I just don't see them not getting Cam Reddish in that Knicks deal. Plus Rozier and Bogdanovich, if I'm not mistaken, the money doesn't match. So who's absorbing the salary? At least off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't see this trade happening. There's got to be somebody else. Maybe Reddish is the third person. Maybe it's Terry Rozier, Bogdanovich, and Reddish. Maybe the Lakers are getting one player from each team. That might make a little more sense. But Terry Rozier, you don't really need Terry Rozier. I don't know. What's going on, Marcus? Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Dennis Schroder is better than Westbrook or non-injury prone. I don't know about that. Maybe a better fit, but not none. None would be a really good fit. Russ Stain, we are doomed. I don't know. I mean, it's a possibility. It just doesn't add up to me. It doesn't make sense. I feel like they are going to trade Nunn and Russ both. I mean, it could be, but Nunn can do a lot more. If you were going to keep anybody, I would want to keep Nunn, just because I feel like you could do so much more with Nunn. But I mean, yeah, I mean, you could do Nunn for Cam or whatever. Rose and Cam fits equals Nunn's contract. Well, Nunn's only getting like $6 million this year, so you could actually do like an even swap of Cam Reddish and Nunn. Derrick Rose makes like $13 million or something like that. They get another guard because not means not healthy. But here's the thing: Russ is always healthy. Russ played every game last season except for the ones that they didn't want to play. I mean, even if none gets hurt, even if 2 of our guards get hurt, we still have 10. Like it doesn't make sense. Knicks hate Cam. Yeah, I mean, they've wanted to get rid of Cam since they traded him. Either way, you do it if we make a Jazz trade. Will we get back another point guard, a Cam Reddish or Pace trade? Makes more sense. Yeah, those deals definitely make more sense now. Especially like the Knicks, because you could do it without having to take back Rose. I don't know. Unless maybe there is a 3-team deal and maybe say like a Jordan Clarkson goes elsewhere. Say it's like Beasley, Bogdanovich, or say it's Bogdanovich, Clarkson, and we'll just say Cam Reddish for just sake of argument. Say those 3 coming to the Lakers. You have Russ going to the Jazz or something like that, and then the Knicks take Clarkson. I mean, maybe that's something they're doing. What's going on, Brian? Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. They absolutely have to make a move now. Like the video. Yes, they absolutely have to make a move now. I agree with you. It looks like that's what it's going to take. And yes, like this video, subscribe to the channel. You have no idea the power of the like button. We got 183 of you beautiful people in this stream. I really appreciate if we get the likes up. Come on, we got to at least get to 100 likes. It's only half of you liking this video. So do me a solid, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It really does. You have no idea the power of the like button. We got a super chat. What is going on? Thank you so much, Fork Notes. Appreciate your hard work. Keep it up. Thank you. Seriously, I'm very thankful for that. It means a ton. It really does help me. It really does help out the channel. And absolutely, I will positively keep it up. That's what we're here for. We're here to have these fun conversations. We're here to, keep update and, talk Lakers stuff. And, you got to work for it, right? You got to work hard to get what you need. So I'm very thankful, very humble. And what better position is there? I got 182 of you people just hanging out with me talking Lakers. Like, what better position could somebody be in? Very thankful. And I'd be even more thankful if you like the video and subscribe to the channel, everyone. And that's free. You don't have to give a super chat like Euphoric Notes, but I would welcome it. I would be very thankful for it. What's going on, Rob? Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I'm excited. It looks like Russ got, that's kind of what it looks like to me too. I don't want people to get their hopes up. I don't want people jumping the gun and just assuming like, oh, that means Russ is gone. Like, because you never really know. But this just looks like that's what this looks like to me. It just looks like we have 30 point guards and you got to get rid of one. Let's make a deal. Yeah, absolutely. Confirm that Lakers are positioning to make a move Westbrook to Jazz for Bohan, Clarkson, and Beasley. Cost only 2 picks. Do it as a means to a title or 2 for the Lakers. I don't like that deal. I don't like giving up both first. If we only gave up one, I wouldn't mind it. But both of those first, that's rough to me. That's rough to me. I don't know how I feel about that. But real quick, African Style Music Ministry, what is going on? Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat, $5 super chat. Loving the live. Thank you. I'm loving all of you people, all you beautiful faces, being in this live stream, hanging out with me, having these conversations. I'm very thankful. Seriously, you guys are all so very awesome. Thank you. And hope you guys are enjoying it, having a good time. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's do that. Let's get the subscriber likes up. And 7-Day Sports Pod coming in out with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. It means a ton. Hey, my brother. Hey, how are you? Lakers want Bog, Clarkson, Beasley, and Cam. They want wings. It's no way Russ stays. That's what I'm saying. I don't see a scenario where Russ is staying. It doesn't make sense to me. And look, I might be completely wrong. I'm just some dude on the internet. I don't know anybody. I don't know anything. I'm just some dude. But it doesn't make sense that we would have 5 point guards on this team. I don't believe that they would have signed Dennis Schroder unless they know a deal is being worked out and is going to be done in the next couple days. I don't see that being an alternative. So I think that a Clark, a Bogdanovich, Beasley, Cam Reddish, stuff like that. I think all of that makes a ton of sense. I don't see a way that he stays either. I don't. And look, I may end up with egg on my face, but I don't see that happening. Dennis Cam plus LBJ plus AD plus TV33. Wow, that is I'm all for that team. That is a great team. Look, I think we have depth. I think we could be really good this year. I think we have all the intangibles. I just think now Russ doesn't make sense personally. Zach, what is going on? Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Seriously, it means a ton. Really, I'm very thankful. Very, very thankful. Thankful for all of you. So yeah, thank you so much, Zach. I really appreciate your support. What else we got? Bron can play point. Bron's probably going to play point most of the time, especially come playoff time. LeBron's going to play point most of the time. None may be gone for Reddish. I could see happening. I could see Reddish maybe coming to Lakers for a Nunn deal, something along those lines. Massive trade is still happening. It makes the most sense to me. It really does. I don't see a scenario otherwise. You're really gonna have this many point guards, huh? Unless you get this done. But that's just me, Nunn is a better 3-point shooter. Facts. I mean, last time Nunn played, he was 38% from three. Last time he played. So I imagine that that they would like to keep him. Lakers positioning themselves for a title run or two. Hey, if we can get a good deal that makes us good for the next several years, I'm all for it. It's definitely Russ on the trade. It's got it, right, Chris? I'm with you. It's got to be. Something's got to be coming soon. It has to be. It makes the most sense to me. I don't see the alternative. I love the Laker fam. I do too. We got an amazing community here. Got an amazing group of fans. I'm so very thankful to be a part of this and to be able to talk to you all and just have these conversations. I mean, this offseason's been wild, right? It's been crazy. Lakers have the framework and now working on these other deals. It's very possible. I hope so. Like I said, I hope so. The Jazz players were two-way and exhibit deals, so they still have 17 guaranteed contracts, so it might do a deal. Okay, Paul. Yeah, that's why I was saying earlier, because the first person that told me, the Jazz waived 2 players, I was like, really? And I looked it up and I saw Paris Bass, and I was like, wait, he wasn't signed, like he was an exhibit deal. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, but I didn't want to dive into it until I knew for sure, but that made sense. I was like, did I miss something? Did they sign Bass? Because I thought Bass already signed with somebody, or was committed to somebody. Thought I saw a report about that the other day. So yeah, that makes sense, and that would mean the trade is still alive. Kendrick could be included. It's always possible. I mean, especially if it's like a 3-team deal, something along those lines. Never rule that out. But I'd like them to keep Kendrick Nunn. I think Kendrick Nunn could be huge for us. Like if I could give me Schroder, Beverly, Nunn, and Walker. Perfect. That could be our guard play. I am perfect for that. You get a little bit of everything. You get shooting, you get defense, you got slashers, you got cutters. Both those guys, all 4 of those guys can play the 1, the 2. I think that would be, in my opinion, the best approach that we could get. But also, 7-Day Sports coming in hot with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, Bron just posted him and Dennis on Instagram. Yeah, I just got the notification on my phone. I saw that pop up. So yeah, I mean, hey, look, Bron's clearly on board, which is good. It's what you want. You want your superstar to be bought in and be happy with the signing and stuff like that. So I'm all for that. Hopefully they can work it out. Hopefully they can be good. What we got? It's 2 picks. Always has been the one FYI, but it's framework that's allowing Lakers to add and get other deals. Schroder Nunn for Reddish. I mean, hey, like I said, depending on what the deal is, I am all for it. I'm all for it. No, I like your show, but definitely not better than Trevor Lane. Yeah, I mean, Trevor Lane's incredible. I have no problem with that. Like I said, I am new. I am some guy. I am learning. I am through the process. I mean, I started this channel 2.5 months, or not even, it might not even be 2.5 months ago, but something like 2 months ago. So believe me, he's been doing it dedicated for some time. I'm a big fan of Trevor Lane. There's absolutely no comparison. Okay. He's the Jordan for sure. Obviously Conley, not part of the deal. Yeah, I would imagine Conley's not in that. I just don't see that being the case. Because I mean, even if you get rid of Westbrook, you still then you're still in the same position. You're still in the same trouble. What's up, yo? How's your day going, bro? It is going fantastic. We got a bunch of Laker news. Got videos to make. I was like, instead of me making like 7 videos back to back, let's just do a live stream. Let's jump on, have some conversations, and talk about all the news. It's crazy. It's crazy. What are the Lakers doing? Let's let this make some sense, please. Yeah, Darren. The only thing that makes sense to me is they have a deal lined up, or at least in the process of maybe finalizing a deal. Because it just look, I don't mind Dennis Schroder on the Lakers at all, but it makes no sense given all we have are undersized. All we have are guards, our point guards, and LeBron's going to play point guard. We literally have like 6 or 7 point guards on this team. So you got to imagine that like 1 or 2 of these guys are gone. Like I don't see them keeping Westbrook after this move. If they do, I will be surprised. Look, maybe I end up with egg on my face and it's like, oh, I was wrong. But I really think a deal's being worked out. I really do. Kendrick Nunn and Cole Swider are our best 3-point shooters right now. Oh, and Patrick Beverly too. Patrick Beverly shot is like 38% for his career. But yes, Cole Swider. I am all for the Lakers giving Swider an opportunity. What's up? Conley out and now. Bogdanovich, Clarkson, and Beasley. I mean, that makes a little more sense. I mean, Clarkson still, even though he's more of a 2 guard than a point guard, but still. Evening, brother. Tyler, I'm ready to party when the trade comes. I'm with you. I already bought food for the barbecue and champagne. Let's go Lakers. I'm with you. 100%. It's great seeing you, Jedi. And I hope hopefully it gets announced today, maybe tomorrow. I want cooled expectations. I don't want people to just assume, oh, a deal's getting done, because that's not what this means. It's very possible that nothing happens, and this is just they just thought Schroeder was the last best remaining free agent that made sense. Because he can play the 2 if need be. I mean, he played the 2 before. I don't know. I really hope that's not the case. 14 not happening, but there's other deals popping up. Jazz framework is done too. I mean, they reported a while ago that the players side was figured out. So I mean, maybe they've worked it out. I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. Westbrook will make you all regret it if he gets traded. Look, I've been a huge defender of Westbrook. I have talked extremely highly of Westbrook, but if you can upgrade the channel and if you could upgrade, sorry, I was reading ahead. If you can upgrade the roster, you do it. You know what I mean? If you could get players that better fit, things like that, you do it. Dennis can play hoops. Absolutely. I agree. I am all for that. If your channel does 10x the views as the main channel, would you focus most of your time on this channel instead? Keep up the good work. James Z. First off, yes. So for those that don't know, I do have another channel as it stands. I mean, technically this is kind of my main channel now, just because this one's really just skyrocketing. But the original channel that I started was As It Stands, which, by the way, I have a link to that channel in the description of this video. So of course, subscribe here. If you want to hear me talk other sports, other teams, stuff like that, other, sports news, go check out As It Stands. It's just solely sports channel, but it's not like dedicated Lakers. But quick rundown, I originally did As It Stands, started taking off. I didn't want to just only talk about the Lakers there, so I started a dedicated Lakers channel, and that's how we got here. So yeah, I mean, look, if this takes off, I ride the wave. I mean, I could still do the As It Stands channel, but whichever one is, the goal is to be a YouTuber. The goal is to be somebody that's a fixture in this community, somebody that's a fixture on YouTube. So absolutely, if this channel just boom skyrockets and this is it, then this is it. I would still like to keep the As It Stands channel because I love talking football. I love talking other teams. I love talking other stuff too. But I mean, Lakers are that's my bread and butter. That's my team. So yeah, I mean, if I had to give up everything and just focus on this one, then yeah, I would do that just because I'm a diehard Laker guy. And, I'm also going to go where this YouTube journey leads me. But yeah, so yeah, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to As It Stands. Oh, and also link in the descriptions as well. I did start an Instagram, a Twitter. Well, I had an Instagram for a little while, I just never really posted. Started a Twitter and a TikTok. All those links are in the description. If you could go follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to start trying to post on all those things. I got a couple posts on Twitter today, stuff like that. First post on TikTok. Links to everything in the description. And again, subscribe to this channel and like this video. Help me grow this channel. I'd really, really appreciate that. And thank you, James Z, for that. What's good, bro? Good show. Well, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you being here, hanging out with me, talking all this stuff. Dennis is young and cocky. Look, if he can come in, be humble, do what he's got to do, I am all for that. I really am. I am all for that. If he can just kind of stay grounded, I'm with it. Lakers Nation is more professionally set up and orchestrated. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been doing it for forever. Yeah. And he has the resources and the growth and stuff like that. I mean, if I start making like money off of this channel, then I'd like to, put back into this and, maybe have more displays, better things like that. But you all got to start somewhere. You got to remember, I started this channel 2 months ago. So I've gone from nothing to, 30, 35, 45 in 2 months, which I am very blessed, very thankful. I believe in Darvin Ham. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, I do too. I really do. Lakers trying everything, but the framework will be the 2 picks. We already know Purge as they have sent only 2. Hey, like I said, depending on what the deal is, I am all for that. Now we know 100% they're talking to Charlotte. I'd take Oubre and Hayward. I mean, my only concern with Hayward is the injuries. That's my only problem. It's just injuries are a big concern for me personally. Lakers are getting their way of choice of players. Look, if the Lakers could get if basically the teams would just say, here you go, take the players you want, but we want both first, then I wouldn't mind that. Because if we could work out like a multi-team deal and we could end up with ideally in a perfect world, we'd get Miles Turner, Bogdanovich, and why am I blanking? As a Cam Reddish? That to me would be just grand slam. I don't even know if that would work. If there would be a way to get to it, I'm sure there is. But that's just my thoughts. But I mean, let's say the Knicks want to get in on a deal and get off of some guys like Fournier or something like that. Like if we could end up with like Fournier, Reddish, and Bogdanovich, I wouldn't be against that. I wouldn't be against that at all. I'd be all for that. Like if we could figure out a way to make that happen, yeah, I'd be for that. I wouldn't trade Nunn. We haven't seen what he can do yet. I agree. I've been huge on Kendrick Nunn. Huge. Westbrook piece. Yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like to me too. I don't see. I don't see the other way. Pacers trade is the move. Look, the Pacers trade would make a world of sense. Like even the video I posted earlier talking about the trade or about the signing, I even said like the Pacers deal makes so much more sense now. But unless the Pacers came off of their like ridiculous, insane asking price, I don't see that. I don't see that happening. But I mean, yeah, I mean, if we could get Buddy Hield and Miles Turner with Dennis Schroder, I mean, a starting 5 of Dennis Schroder, Patrick Beverly, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Miles Turner would be insane because you'd have the shooting, you'd have the defense, you'd have the versatility, you'd have the size. I mean, that would be a great scenario, in my opinion. None tough because coming off an energy, but Reddish in the works for none. I mean, to be honest, we need more wing depth, so it makes sense, but I don't know. Jared Culver got a 2-way deal. Yeah, I heard about that. What else we got? You don't want all those guys coming off the bench. They're going to have locker room issues with Russ, Bev, and Dennis. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, there's just too many guys, period. You're going to have guys that are going to have DMPs and all kinds of stuff. I don't know why you'd want to paint yourself into a corner like that. That just doesn't make any sense to me. So I imagine that there's got to be a trade. There's got to be something. Girls, get it done. Get it done, girls. Have sources that the framework is there for the trade. Yes, flexible. I mean, hey, like I said, if we can make something happen, I am all for it. How do you feel about Westbrook plus none trade? Too much? It depends on what we get back. You know, I mean, yeah, like I said, if we, like, let's say, I don't even know if like the numbers work off the top of my head, but let's say, you know, we could get, let's say Bogdanovich. Let's say it's a 3-team deal between the Jazz, Knicks, and Lakers. Let's say it's Bogdanovich, Reddish, let's say Evan Fournier, and let's say Beasley, something like that. And you got to give up, say, Westbrook, none, and like Gabriel to make the money work, whatever. Then yeah, I would do that. But if it's like none for just Reddish and Lakers get like Bogdanovich and Beasley, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I think that might be too much for all those guys, especially if you're giving up picks too. You know, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see though. There's got to be something. Something's got to be coming. There has to be another trade coming. I'm with you. I'm with you, Darren. I'm with you 100%. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. What else? If the Lakers go into the season like this, Rob needs to be fired, dude. I don't imagine. I mean, I hope that's not the case. I wish we still would have gotten Kyrie. I mean, of course we all do. I do too. But you know, hey, look, at the end of the day, I just want the Lakers to win. I could care less who's on the roster. I could care about anything. I just want the Lakers to have a good team, be competitive night in and night out, get some wins, things like that. And I'm with it. I am with it. Rob fired as no time for losers, so trade come in, save Rob from being fired. I mean, maybe. No excuses if Russ is back. He must earn every minute. No need to cater him. I agree. Look, if this is the team we got, everybody competes. You know, I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. If your name is not LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you do not have a guaranteed roster spot or starting spot, I should say. So I'm with it. What's up, bro? You going to do post-game analysis after each game? Yeah, I'd like to. You know, I don't know if I'll be able to do after every game, but that would be the goal. I'd like to, you know, maybe after the games come on, do a live stream, stuff like that, have conversations. Look, I'm sure you're going to see me doing all kinds of rants. I'm sure you're going to get, you know, shorts. Like I said, I have TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram now. Links to all of that are in the description. So if you could go follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, I really appreciate that. That would be awesome. But yeah, I want to kind of post on all those, post here, so that I really want to start getting to the swing of things, start trying to grow, you know, the brand. So yeah, why would Darvin Ham bring up none for no reason if he's getting traded? I mean, look, he's been talking about Westbrook and everybody so highly. You got to remember, Darvin Ham, he's not in charge of that stuff. He's got to show face. He's got to show that he's the guy that can, you know, keep everything together, that he believes in everybody and this and that and the other. You know what I mean? Like when they asked him during the Patrick Beverley presser, they were like, you know, is this the team? And he's like, you got to ask Rob Pelinka about that. You know, that's his way of kind of deferring. He doesn't get to be the bad guy. Stop crabbing and smash that like button. Yes, that is correct, Mr. Murish. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And yes, hit that like button. Let's do an update check real quick. Let's see where we're at as far as like the goal for today. So we're only at 92 likes. We have 254 of you. Come on, hit that like button. It's free, takes a second. It really helps. You have no idea the power of the like button and what that can do. So hit that like button for me. Help me get the likes up for this stream and even after. And let's see the subscribers. We had a goal for subscribers. We're at 3546. I guarantee you there's 54 of you that are not subscribed. So hit that subscribe button. Like this video. It's free. Takes a second. And it really helps a small YouTuber like myself grow. I'd be very thankful too. Said Russ might be the sixth man of the year. Look, I think if he came off the bench, that would be perfect. I think you have him run as a sixth man would be amazing. But I don't know if that's what's going to happen. You know, I really don't. I don't know if that's what's going to end up happening. It's easy. It's one thing to say that, you know, Russ can be our sixth man energy guy. Yeah, he could be. You are my favorite YouTuber, Brian. Thank you so much. Thank you. Seriously, that's very kind of you. Well, I really appreciate that. You know, I try to keep you all entertained, have conversations, have fun, this, that, and the other. So I thank you. Seriously, Brian, you're awesome. What's up? How's it going? Just on here support. Well, thank you, Lorenzo. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. None's going to be traded for Reddish. Not a must. Just what is being worked. Hey, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, they've been trying to get rid of Cam Reddish for since they traded for him. Welcome back, Dennis Schroder. Yes, absolutely. I am all for it. I really am. I am all for Dennis Schroder. If we get a reformed Dennis Schroder, I should say, you know, like if he comes in, he's willing to accept his role, accept his job, stay humble, things like that, then yes, I am all for Dennis Schroder. I think he could be a huge contributor this season. Trade coming soon, Westbrook gone. He's right. He's got to be. It doesn't make sense to have 5, 6, 7 guards counting LeBron on this team because you know LeBron's going to play point a fair amount of time as well. So it's just it doesn't add up to me. Russ and none are packing right now. That very well could be the case. The Pacers deal starting to look intriguing. Tony, I am with you. I think the Pacers deal looks better now than it ever has. Ever. Like I mentioned earlier, you give me Patrick Beverley, Dennis Schroder, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Miles Turner as your starting five. I mean, good luck trying to score. You got 2 pit bulls as the front line, and then you got the Twin Towers in the back. Like, you know, your only like negative defender would be LeBron James, but LeBron James can still play defense when he needs to. Like that would be if they got the Pacers deal now, man. we're celebrating. We're coming on a live stream and I'm gonna go buy a bottle of champagne or something. That ends up happening. Lakers looking good. They are. It's just there's got to be something. Got to be something. Wild offseason and all lanes fault. Yeah, it has been. Absolutely. Who will get waived if needed? From the Lakers side or the Jazz side? Because I imagine if the Lakers do it, the Lakers don't need to waive anybody right now. But if they were to trade somebody, then I imagine they would send out enough to clear the roster spots. Because now technically they have 1 roster spot left. So I'd imagine whatever deal they're working out, they're probably sending out multiple players. That's kind of why I think none might be gone too, which sucks because I really want to see none play for the Lakers. But, you know, again, as long as we win, that's all I care about. As long as we win. Jazz may waive players, but that's irrelevant. Jazz just want 2 picks. Well, I mean, the players are from what being told where they were if they were Brandon Bass and stuff. Brandon Bass was a 2-way deal, so or a Exhibit 10 deal. So them waiving them doesn't affect the trade. And Bass and Snead, if I'm not mistaken, neither of them were included in that 17. So we got Reeves, Cam, people, new young core. Hey, I am all for it. Keep Nunn. I want them to keep Nunn too. I really do. I think that would be. I really want to see what Nunn can do with this team. I really do. What else we got? Rob got punked. LeBron James. Hey, you trade for Russ? Yeah, I mean, it was a bad trade. Hopefully we can get off of it. What is the Utah deal? You are hearing both teams are considering their cap space. I haven't looked into to see if there's any like more recent updates. What I know is that there was some combination of Beasley, some form. Not saying that all of these guys go, but Beasley, Bogdanovich, Rudy Gay, Jordan Clarkson, and Mike Conley. Those were the 5 guys that were basically take your pick. So I imagine that Mike Conley and Jordan Clarkson are probably off the table. So my guess would be, again, it's just a guess. My guess would be there's either a 3-team deal in the works, and because the Knicks really want to move off some guys, so maybe they move off of Reddish and Fournier, something like that. Maybe it's like, Fournier, maybe Jordan Clarkson goes to the Knicks, and we get Bogdanovich, we get Fournier, and we get Reddish, and then there's our 3 small forwards now. Maybe that's what they do. I don't know. I'm curious to see how they go about it. But I as soon as everything like happened, all that stuff, made the video with Nate. Put the kids in, and then came on here. So I haven't had a chance to dive into anything and see what's going on. Russell Westbrook gone now. That's too many point guards. Dude, out. I'm with you. I got to imagine. I don't see it making sense. I don't see it making sense otherwise. Your show is awesome, man. I subscribe. Thank you so much, D-Lance. I really appreciate that. Seriously. Thank you all. Thank you all that are just hanging out with me. Everybody that's subscribing. Seriously, it really does help. Everyone that's liking the video. Seriously, really does help. You have no idea the power of the subscribe button and the like button for YouTubers. It's insane. So thank you all. And thank you all for just hanging out with me, just having these conversations. We ain't stopping yet. We're going to go for a little longer and have some more talks. So where do the Lakers go from here? I imagine there's got to be a trade. If there isn't a trade, I'm not going to lie, I'd be a little surprised. But if I had to guess, just a guess, if a trade doesn't happen, I think they start probably Russ and Patrick Beverley. I think you have Nunn and Schröder come off the bench. And then I think everyone else competes for spots. That would probably be my guess. You're going to get so many DMPs. That's why the only thing that makes sense to me is that there's a trade coming up. And again, it might not even be a huge trade. It might just be a smaller trade. Maybe, Kendrick Nunn for Cam Reddish or something like that. But even then, you still have Russ, Schröder, LeBron is going to play point guard a bunch of the time. You're going to Pat Bev. I don't know. Jazz will do it for 2 picks. Lakers are also 2 picks basically done. Hey, I am all for it. Yeah, I mean, technically we have like 6 or 7. I mean, we have Dennis Schroder, Patrick Beverley, Russell Westbrook, Kendrick Nunn. We have LeBron James, who's going to play it. We have Walker. He can play point guard. He's played point guard before. We have Austin Reeves, who played point guard for us last year in spots, stuff like that. So, I mean, we literally have like 6 or 7 point guards. It's crazy. Bro, that's what I thought last year, and we ended up with a ton of guards. Yeah, but but last year wasn't point guard specific. Like, we have like nothing but point guards. I mean, look, you may be right. We may end up having a bunch of guards, having 5 guard lineups and stuff. But it just doesn't add up to me. There's got to be something else. I mean, there doesn't have to be, but my guess would be that there is. We need a 3-way trade with the Knicks Jazz if we can manage to pull off Mike Conley, Bogdanovich, Beasley, Fournier, another solid 10-11 play. I mean, we wouldn't be able to get all of those guys, but we could get a combination of those guys. I mean, Mike Conley makes no sense anymore. So I'd imagine Mike Conley is going nowhere near it. I could see Bogdanovich, Beasley, Reddish, maybe Fournier. I'd have to do the math because Cam Reddish makes $6 million. You got Bogdanovich making 19.5. Beasley's making like 13.5. So that's $33 million just between those two. Reddish would be 39 million. Fournier is making another 18 million. So that'd be, 39, that'd be 40, 50, 56. I guess it lines up there. You wouldn't even have to trade Kendrick Nunn because the Lakers can take back roughly 56 to 58 million, somewhere in that ballpark. So, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all. Bogdanovich, Beasley, Reddish, and Fournier, that'd be wonderful. That solves all of our problems. Three-way deal with Jazz, get it first. Lakers get Beasley, Bogdanovich, Reddish. New York Knicks get Gay first. Salary all works. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind something like that. I wouldn't want to give up both first for that, though. That's my only problem. With Beverly, Nunn, Schroeder, all guards versus Westbrook needs to be traded ASAP. Yeah, Joseph, you got to imagine that that's what it is. You got to imagine that's what's going on. Yeah. Trevor Lane, been doing his channel for 7 years. Yeah, he's been doing it for quite some time. I know that. So yeah, hey, we all got to start somewhere, and this is my start. I'm starting here, and hopefully we can continue to grow and get better and improve. And, I provide better live streams, better content, better videos, better everything, but you got to start somewhere, right? This is my start. And it's been a very good start, in my opinion. I think, the growth and the reception and just everything has been very fantastic. So continue to subscribe, continue to like the video, support me, stuff like that. I really do appreciate you. Seriously, you guys are all incredible people. What happened? I hate whenever. There we go. The Lakers, Jazz, Knicks, and Hornets have engaged in 14 trade that would send Bohan and Rozier to LA. Yeah, somebody else was mentioning that earlier. I don't know how that would work because Bohan and Rozier don't match Westbrook's salary. So I don't know who's taking on that extra salary. And then on top of that, a 4-team deal is hard. I got to look into that report after this and maybe dive into it and see exactly where is it from, who's talking about it. Try to get to the bottom of it because that's really tough to do. And Rozier doesn't really make a lot of sense, unless you're trading Kendrick Nunn in that deal too. Then maybe you're kind of just swapping Kendrick Nunn for Terry Rozier, which are basically the same player. I don't know. What if Lakers created 2 pairs of point guards like Schroeder, Beverly, Westbrook, Nunn that would play 24 minutes each? The tempo would be quite high. Well, that's the only way I see this working is you have Westbrook, Nunn starting and then Schroeder, Beverly coming off the bench, something like that. Or maybe one of Beverly and Westbrook. So you have that defensive guy. So maybe Westbrook, Beverly, got that 3-and-D guard with him, and then Nunn and Schroeder coming off the bench. That's the only way I see that working. But I don't know. Hope we get Bohan and Beasley since now we got every point guard in the league. Facts. One thing I'm super looking forward to is a great backcourt defense, 21 and 17. Yeah, opposing guards are going to have a tough time. Seriously. I mean, Dennis Schroder and Patrick Beverly in the backcourt, good luck. Good luck. It's just, good luck. and then you still have 2 bigs down low and Thomas Bryant or Damian Jones and Anthony Davis. We might be very good defensively. Seriously, very good defensively. Yes, sir. I enjoy your video, bro. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Seriously. Thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate it. God bless YouTube. Yes, absolutely. I am very thankful for YouTube. I remember you said Kyrie trade is done. What happened? I said that Vegas says the Kyrie trade is done. And just like anything else, things fall through. Fumbling. Also, the deal very likely could have been done until Kevin Durant opted in. Kevin Durant was never being traded until then. Was it a deal worked out? Based on tons of reports, it was. But just because deals get worked out doesn't mean they get completed. Lakers had a deal. Literally, the paperwork was being filed last year, and the Knicks messed it up. So, things fall through. It happens. Would Dennis wear jersey 84? That would be great. That would be absolutely great. Shooter, we have a $97 million to just resign. Now I'll play for $6 million for the Celtics. Yeah, I mean, talk about fumbling the bag. Talk about fumbling the bag. Gabriel would get cut non-guaranteed. I thought they guaranteed his contract. I mean, I could be wrong about that. I'm not 100% on that, but I thought they guaranteed his contract earlier. Like I said, don't quote me on that. What do you think is the next move for the Lakers? I got to imagine it's a trade. I don't see, another scenario outside of a trade. I don't think it makes sense to do anything other than a trade because we just have so many. Because like I said, it's not just we have 4 point guards, but beyond having 4 point guards, we still have guys that can play shooting guard. We still have LeBron James, who's probably going to be the point guard most of the time. I don't know how this is going to work. I really don't. Despise this signing. Didn't like the Beverly signing either. Pelinka seems to be enamored with guards. Our lack of size combined with our injury was a much bigger problem than Russ last year. I do agree. I think our lack of size and injuries were huge for us. But I just I don't mind the signings if something else happens. If something else comes, I don't mind the signings at all. I think it just depends on what the signings are. Or trade. I mean, not signings, trade. I just, yeah, I don't know. So, there's got to be something. If Dennis has a great season in the Lakers, keep him going forward. Do you think he turns down a long-term deal? What would his contract look like? I don't think he's ever getting an $84 million deal again. I think very likely if the Lakers do keep him long-term going forward, it'll probably be like $10 to $12 million a year. I don't think he's getting more than that anywhere else. So I think, the way you look at it is like your going salary is $6 million based on since you've left us, you signed a $6 million deal and you signed a $3 million deal. So I think he comes in I could see the Lakers giving him like maybe 10 million, something like that, just as like a here you go. And maybe him signing like a 4-year deal or something like 8 to 10 million would probably be my guess. That's what I would do. Yeah, I'm with you, Tony. Absolutely. It looks great. Less than none for Reddish, Burke, and Rose. Alec Burke is not on the Knicks anymore. He's on the Pistons now. Rose doesn't make any sense because now we got Schroeder, but Reddish, I wouldn't mind it. Have you considered starting another channel for a different NBA team, like maybe an East team? So I do have, as it stands, which I talk all sports, like I got a bunch of football videos because football season, talk all teams, stuff like that. So I do have another channel, and that was the first channel. So this channel came because of that channel. So I originally started as it stands, that took off. And I didn't want to just solely talk Lakers stuff on that channel. I wanted to, again, talk football, talk baseball, talk basketball, talk, all the teams, all that stuff. So I created this channel, the As It Stands Lakers channel. This is doing really well. I have As It Stands, a link in the description. If you just click on the description of this live stream, you'll see the channel link as it stands. If you guys want to subscribe over there, I'd be very thankful. And support me over there as well. I also started a Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Instagram I had for a little while. I just never really post. I'm going to try to start upping that. So if you want to subscribe to or follow those, again, links to everything are in the description of this video. Go follow me and subscribe on all those things. I'd be very thankful for that. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to this channel. Let's do a check update. Let's see. We're at 3556, so we still need 44 of you beautiful people to subscribe to the channel to reach our goal to get us to 3,600. So I know there's 44. There's 273 people in this stream. And then we got 124 likes. We're almost there. We need another 25 likes. So like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'd really, really appreciate it. Help me reach that goal. Help me get to 3,600. That would be fantastic. That would be just gorgeous. But okay, where were we? We were here. Paul coming in. How about the $2 super chat? Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Hamalinka Genie gets Fs for this offseason. I mean, it's not over yet, so I think we should give them a chance, like let's see what happens, because you never know. Like what happens if they do pull off a great trade or something. But it isn't looking, it's not looking, just the fits for some of these things don't look great. I don't mind, like before the Schroeder trade, I didn't mind the team. Like if we stood pat, I was like, okay, like this team can make sense. I think this team can make some noise. I mean, I made a video earlier today talking about how this team, was like is comparable to the bubble team. Um, I just think that this this Schroder thing just kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, what? Like, why? Like, why? Like why would you why would you do that when like we don't even know what it is? But again, thank you so much, Paul. I really appreciate you. What else we got? Here we are. I'm just tuning in with Dennis Schroder signing with the Lakers. I'm cautiously optimistic that Russ Westbrook trade is coming, whether it's tonight or coming days. Are you optimistic as I am very optimistic because that's the only way that this signing makes sense to me is that they are working out a deal to move Russell Westbrook, that they've at least figured out something and they're just kind of trying to finalize everything. Maybe like the little picks and stuff, like coming to the conclusion. They got, if I had to guess, I'd say they had the framework worked out. And then, yeah, that would be my guess. The show is so fun. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Did you go to college? What is your real job? No, I mean, I went for like a month or whatever. I was never really a big college person. No, I stayed away from college route. But my real job is, this. No, I mean, it is. I mean, I do put a lot of time in this, but I do marketing, investing. Everything I do, I work from home. So a lot of people ask, like, how are you always able to like stay up to date, post videos and stuff like that? Because I work for home and I work for myself. So I have like a marketing investment, things like that. So that's basically like my thing that I do for like money. And then, YouTube, whatever I make from YouTube is just compliments. But yeah, the plan is to hopefully eventually shift into YouTube full time. So yeah, that'd be the goal. If I could get this to where I'm making a reasonable living, I don't even have to make a fortune or anything, just reasonable. Then I'd be very thankful. But yeah, no, marketing, investing, I'm not like a stockbroker or anything like that. Nothing like that. Just kind of helping marketing. I've done marketing, business development, stuff like that. Helping businesses essentially. Do you think Dennis will be humbled this time? I imagine he will be. Eric, I really do. I imagine that I don't think the Lakers would have signed him otherwise. I think if they had to have talked to him and he said, hey, I will come in, whatever role you want me to play, whatever you need from me, I'm game. I don't imagine he's that, I'm that dude, I'm starting this, that, and the other. I don't think he's that guy. I really don't. Who you got going to the finals? As of right now, I still have my money on Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee goes to the finals. I think, personally, the Clippers and the Nets have the two best teams on paper. I just can't believe in either of them. I think the Nets are a bad day away from imploding, and the Clippers can't stay healthy, nor can they seem to get over that hump. Every year, it's for the last 10 years, it's been the Clippers' year. Every year, it's the Clippers' year since the Lob City days, and every year they can't even get out of the second round. So until you can prove to me otherwise, I cannot believe in you. So removing the Clippers, removing the Nets, I think Milwaukee. I really think the West is going to be a dogfight this year, but I could see the Warriors going back to back. I really could. I still think the Warriors might be the best team in the Western Conference. So, yeah, I'd say Warriors Bucks. What it should have been last season, or which I think it would have been if Middleton didn't get hurt. I think they were in the finals. But that's just me personally. What are we going? What are we doing? What's next? We're going to have 24 guys. Yeah, facts. That's what I'm saying. The only thing that makes sense is that they're going to have some kind of trade or something. They got to have something in the works. They have to. The dude that commented that Trevor Lane's channel is better. Who asked you? Hey, look. Hey, it's totally fine. Look, Trevor Lane is fantastic. I am very thankful for Trevor Lane. He was responding to somebody said that they like my channel better than Trevor Lane's, and I was relaying that. Look, Trevor Lane is Trevor Lane. He's fantastic. Excellent channel. I've watched his channel long before I started this channel. So I'm very thankful to be in this position. I'm very thankful that I have a lot of you that are very receptive to me and this channel, and I'm very thankful to be able to be in this position. But I'm definitely no Trevor Lane. Maybe one day, I would love to be a face and a fixture in the Laker community and the YouTube community and stuff like that. Just the sports community, period. I would absolutely love that. That's my goal, without a doubt, and working hard to try to get to that goal. But Trevor Lane's Trevor Lane, and I'm very very appreciative of him, sort of paving a path for people like me to come in and be able to do this stuff. So good night, a Jazz fan here. What's going on? Hey, I appreciate you. Nonetheless, everyone is welcome here. Everyone. And hopefully good night to you as well. And hopefully maybe a deal gets done between the two. Go get Cam Reddish. None has been hurt for years. I mean, that's the other thing that kind of makes sense. I just even if we did do that, I still don't think it adds up. Again, maybe that's just me personally, but I don't know. Oh, it's okay. It's not. I got a notification, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't like some more breaking Laker news. I was going to say no. What else? Ainge wants 2 first picks, but I think it's going to be 1. Plinka doesn't do it. Yeah, I don't think the Lakers are going to give up both. I don't think the Lakers are going to give up both firsts. I think if they come to a compromise, it'll very likely be 1 first. I'm curious what the players are now, because I don't think Jordan Clarkson and I don't think Mike Conley makes sense anymore. I don't, because we just have so many guards. And yes, we're moving off of 1, but we need to move off of 1 now. So I don't know. Unless it's like a multi-team deal. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a 3-team deal. Look, the Lakers, Knicks, and Jazz, there were talks about them potentially having a 3-team deal. So I don't know. Westbrook is gone 100%. I'm right. I'm predicting. Hey, you could be absolutely spot on. Make Russ come off the bench. I mean, that's the reports came out that's something that might end up happening. That that might actually end up being the case. Is Kyrie to LA completely dead now? By the way, Danny Ainge is a Celtic, out screw Lakers anyway he can. Of course he is. Of course he's trying to do whatever he can to come out on top on this trade. But as far as Kyrie, it depends on what the Lakers do next. It depends on the trade, if there is one. Now, based on the roster we have currently, no, because they didn't make any moves that ruin their cap flexibility for next season, and then that would just come down to does Kyrie actually want to come? So as of right now, no, but who knows? You do a trade for long-term guys, maybe that changes things. As it stands, did you watch the interview Ainge on Tuesday? Danny said, well, we are going to make a trade before training camp. Yeah. And right now it's only the Lakers based on Jazz notes and Tony Jones. Both are Utah insiders. I think the Lakers and the Jazz come to some conclusion, some agreement. Would be my guess. But you never know. You never know how things are going to work out. More likely the Spurs trade coming. I don't know about that, but hey, you never know. Beasley makes $15 million plus 15 plus million. Yeah. So it's still, even with my math earlier. So it would have been, instead of 54 million, it would have been 56 million, which I think still covers. Like I said, I think they could take as much as if they put Gabriel in on that trade earlier, then they could take back like almost 60 million, I believe. So, I'm assuming you mean Fournier, not that good, and Seth is not better than Steph. Fournier is pretty good. His stats in play say otherwise. My hat's off to you. Your Laker content is the best. Thank you so much. I really do. I really appreciate all of you. You guys are all so very awesome. I'm very thankful. Yo, what's good, sir? How you doing, Lake Show Proco? Appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What else? Hang on one second. I'm waiting for it to pop up. Here we go. Where'd it go? There we go. There it is. We got Malachi coming in. How about the $5 super chat? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. And you said, I think the best trade for us now is the Indiana deal for Mike's and Healed for Westbrook. I think it'd be Turner and Healed for Westbrook, 1 first and 2 seconds. So look, Malachi, I am with you 1,000%. I think that now that we have got like another guard, the Pacers deal would make a world of sense. I just unless they were willing to come off their asking price, because their asking price was insane. They wanted more for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield than the Nets wanted for Kyrie. Because they wanted both firsts, they wanted THT, and they wanted us to take on Daniel Tice. Problem is we don't have THT anymore. So what do they want? Do they want, both firsts and 2 seconds, or both first and a pick swap in a second? I just think it depends on what is the asking price now? What is the asking price? Has it changed? Are the Pacers more worried about it now because they know that the Lakers have options now? Options change everything. When you're the only one, it's easy to say this is what I want and this is how it's going to happen. But you never know. I do think this deal makes so much sense. I really do. I don't know if it could get done. I don't know if they can pull it off. Is my concern. But again, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really, really do appreciate that. You are awesome. Good night. You think the trade with Indiana is great for the Lakers now? I do. I think that is hands down. That would be the best case scenario now, based on what we have. Again, imagine Patrick Beverley, Dennis Schroder, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Miles Turner. Good luck scoring on that team. You got 2 feisty, just pit bulls at the front door. You got 2 big ass bouncers at the back door, and you got LeBron James orchestrating and facilitating it all. Come on, that would be insane to me. So yeah, I do. I think that would make a lot of sense. Now of course the thought would be with Buddy Hield, but Buddy Hield could play. You can play the 2, you can play the 3, and he's coming in solely for one reason. You know what I mean? So I think you could fit him in more easily. So I wouldn't be worried about that. Newly subscribed, buddy. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, the one. I agree the Lakers should pull the trigger on the Pacers trade with Russ. Also done none for Cam Reddish. Doesn't sound bad at all either. Yes, I mean, look, at this point, you got to imagine that there's going to be some other trade or something in the works, right? We got to go get some wins. We just have so many guys, and that's not counting LeBron James playing point most of the time. You got Austin Reeves who can play point, Walker that can play point. We literally have 7 guys that can play point guard. So I would imagine that they're gonna have, they gotta have something in the works, whether it's just a simple none for Reddish or Westbrook for maybe Bogdan, maybe it's a 3-team deal, something along those lines. I don't know, but you got to imagine something's in the works. What grade do you give the Lakers this offseason so far? See, that's it's hard for me to give that because I don't know what the end result is. If they go get let's say they do a 3-team deal and we end up with Reddish, Bogdanovich, and Beasley, I think you get an A. I think you get an A, depending because of all the circumstances, what was actually out there, what you could have put together. I think that was the best case scenario. But if it stands pat the way it is, I probably give them a C. Because I just think it's really weird, really clunky. The reason I give Rob Pelinka so much credit for this offseason is because we got everybody we could have. Like, and the only wing players that were free agents were Josh Jackson, who that guy can't even get a rotation on a bad team, and Oder Porter Jr., who we never were able to afford to begin with. So outside of that, we got everybody we could have gotten. So I don't think he deserves a ton of hate for this, but I just I don't know. It's hard to put a like as of right now. I would say probably it's a B. Probably say B, somewhere around there. B minus. Lance Stevenson signing coming. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Didn't he re-up with the Pacers? I mean, he needs to just, even if he did it, he just needs to stay in Indiana. He is great for the Pacers, but any other team, he's not the same. Lakers offseason, like a B minus. Yeah, I could. That's fair. I think that's fair. The 2 players Utah released weren't on guaranteed contracts, so Jazz still have to release players before the season begins. Yes, that's what I've gathered from all this, from this situation. I didn't even know that happened until people told me on the live stream. I was in the middle of the live stream when that happened. So, as soon as they said Bass and Snead, I was like, that. I don't think those guys have an impact. No trade. Hey, it's always possible. It's always possible. What else? Rob is good. I think Rob is good. I think Rob's been fine. Like I said, we're not done. We need to see what happens. We need to see what ends up working out, how this all shapes up, because you never know. You never know what could happen. Any minute, like we could be in the middle of this live stream and boom, all of a sudden we get some news that there's a trade happening. I trust Kobe, Rob. Yeah. So we got Dennis back. Yes, Demon, we do. And I'm not against it at all. I just think it depends on which Dennis Schroder do we have. Is he the cocky, arrogant one? Is he the humble one? Is he the one that's willing to come in and do what's necessary? I think it just depends on that. Austin Reeves is going to be a small forward now, I guess, but I don't think that makes sense to me. I don't. I mean, if that's the best option, then so be it. But I hope that's not. I hope that's not what the scenario is. Bubble team was better. Hey, go watch that video. Oh, you did watch that video and you disagree, but I gave you stats, I gave you facts, I gave you everything, proving that the bubble team was not better. And we haven't even seen this team play. That's just on paper. I think they're letting go of Kendrick Nunn and want to replace his minutes. Kendrick fits well at Indy. I mean, yeah, maybe they work something out there. The problem is they don't like. You'd have to trade Russell Westbrook to do any sort of Pacer deal. Just because like Kendrick Nunn and Winning Gabriel don't match or even come close to like even a Buddy Hield or a Miles Turner. So I don't know how they'd be able to do that, but maybe they work out some 3-team, something like that. I mean, I don't know. So I feel like something's in the works. And it might just be simple Kendrick Nunn for Cam Reddish. That might be exactly what it is. But I really want Cam Reddish. I really want to see what not Cam Reddish. I mean, I do want Cam Reddish. I absolutely want Cam Reddish. But Kendrick Nunn, I really want to see what Kendrick Nunn could bring this team. Like I really, really do. I really think that Kendrick Nunn could provide a lot to this Lakers team. It has to be early in SLC. Our hard rumors with Bohan 2 days ago. Hey, I mean, see the problem is with the rumors and everything. Like you never know. Like for all we know, they already have a spit and a handshake deal putting together the paperwork, or it could be something completely different. I don't know. It's tough, but I do think a deal does get worked out one way or another. I really do. Mr. Kyrie trade, the ultimate optimist. Hey, you gotta be optimistic. You always do. Look, there's nothing wrong with being honest. If team's bad, but you gotta find the bright spots, right? Gotta find the bright spots. Is this a good fit? It is if we move off of Westbrook. If we move off of Westbrook, I think it's a great fit. But currently, no. Do you feel like the Lakers have too many guards? I absolutely do. I just, the only thing that makes sense is that they have a trade, that they're working on a trade right now. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Man, if they can still do the Pacers deal and get Reddish for none, look, if that could happen, home run offseason. Yeah, like if we could trade Westbrook, go get Miles Turner and Buddy Hield and somehow work out none for Reddish. It's just watching that sail off into the Pacific. That's what that is. With the Schroeder pickup, makes Mike Conley Jr. being included in the Jazz less likely. Lakers eliminating potential package. Yeah, I do not see Mike Conley or Jordan Clarkson really being included in that. I mean, Jordan Clarkson you can make an argument for, but I still don't think that they go that route. But Kyrie trade dude, is greater than Trevor Lake. Well, thank you. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate all of your supports and everybody just handing out. I'd keep Nunn. He is going to be the best guard for sure for the Lakers. Trade Westbrook to get Bohan. And are you talking about Bogdan? Oh, you are talking about Bogdan is already traded. He was traded to the Celtics. And Turner and Hield. They could do Turner and Hield. Problem is they just want way too much. They want more for the Pacers deal than what the Nets wanted for Kyrie Irving. Tony Jones is the best insider of the Jazz. Yeah, he's the one that has been keeping us up to date on everything. Yeah, he's the one that I've been following in regards to the news he's been putting out. So yeah, so he's spot on. Here we go. I think Russ and Nunn getting traded soon. It's very possible. They got to at least move off of one of them. At least. And I think Russ, I mean, Nunn would probably be easier to move off of, but I think Russ makes the most sense. 3-team deal. Lakers, Bohan, Hield, Jazz, Westbrook first, Pacers, Conley Jr. second from the Lakers. Problem is they didn't even want to take Russ without us giving up 2 firsts. I don't think they'd take Conley for a second. Because right now the Pacers want 2 firsts. They wanted THT, who we don't even have anymore. And they wanted us to take on Daniel Tice. So you got to imagine now it's 2 firsts, probably 3 seconds, and a pick swap. And for us to still take Daniel Tice. What else? Ooh, we got Dana, what's going on? I also believe your content is better than Lakers Nation. They down some Laker players to help push the players they like. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. And look, I don't look at it as a competition, if I'm being honest. I never will. I think that there's enough Laker fans for all of us, and we have different perspectives, different outlooks, different opinions, different that. So, I think you can watch Lakers Nation and come over here and get maybe a completely different thought process or look. Some stuff we might agree in, some stuff we won't. But, Trevor Lane, Lakers Nation, they're great. They're fantastic. I'm a new fish in this giant ocean, and I'm just trying to navigate my way through. But I really do appreciate everyone's, compliments and just support and just enjoying the channel. I want to continue to get better. I want to continue to provide good content. I'd love to be able to get in a position where this is just all I do, and I just kind of talk to everybody all day and just, make money and, be a fixture in the Lakers community and the sports world in general. So I really do. I appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel. Help me grow. Help me reach that goal. I'd really appreciate it. What are we at? We're at 3562. Can we get 38 more subscribers? There's 251 of you. I'm sure there's 38 of you that aren't subscribed. Subscribe to the channel. If we can get to 3,600 during this live stream, that would be beautiful. That'd be beautiful. And hit that like button. Also, if you want to hear me talk about other sports besides or even just basketball and just not just the Lakers, or you want to hear both, as it stands, check out the links in the description. The Lakers, I have the As It Stands channel where we talk about other sports, and I did start the social media stuff. I got Twitter, Instagram, TikTok now. So go follow those. Go subscribe to this channel. Go subscribe to As It Stands. That would be amazing. You guys are amazing. let's see. Working for yourself is better than going to college. Why our generation's all about college, college, college? I mean, it just depends. It depends on what field you're in. It depends on what you want to do. It depends on the goals you have. I worked for companies for a long time, and I went that route. I was lucky enough to get an opportunity and took that opportunity, and then that opportunity led to another opportunity and led to another opportunity, and then I moved to Vegas, and I was like, oh, here's another opportunity, and then eventually was like, all right, I'm gonna try to do things for myself, and put myself in a position to do things for myself, and that's how I'm able to do YouTube and stuff and be on top of things so regularly and pump out 10 videos a day if I need to, whatever it is. So it's a very blessed position to be in, and I'm very thankful. I really am. A lot of hard work, a lot of hours, a lot of work, a lot of building, climbing, and growing. And I'm gonna take all of that and incorporate that into this channel, and as it stands, and just growing the brand and all of that too. So definitely, healed is just another guard. I do understand that, but healed brings a completely different element. You could play him in multiple spots. You could play him at the 3 if you need to. You play him at the 4. I mean, not saying that he is a 3, but if you're bringing him in, you're bringing him in just solely for shooting. So you probably have a very specific lineup for that, would be my guess. You could make it work if you needed to. The Lakers, Jazz, Knicks, and Hornets discussing 14 deal that would have sent Bojan Bogdanovic, Terry Rozier to LA. Yeah, I have a bunch of people were telling me that. I got to look into that. I got to see what's going on, because Rozier and Bogdanovic don't match. So who's eating the rest of that salary is my problem. I would imagine Cam Reddish is probably included in that too, which that would make more sense. But yeah, like those two for, if it's just like Westbrook. So somebody's got to be eating salary, or something else has to be coming to the Lakers. Like I could see Bogdanovic, Rozier, and Reddish, if that could happen. But I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I gotta look into it more and find out all the ins and outs. So I mean, look, I'd be all for it if we can make something happen. We can work something out. I think Russ, Nunn, and Gabriel are the traded happening soon. Oh, by the way, everyone that's talked about the sport, where did you find this report, by the way? Because I haven't got notifications on it. So, which is odd, because I have notifications for like everything. And I haven't gotten a notification for that. So where are you guys seeing that report? So to make it easier on me when I go look it up, I'd appreciate you if you could let me know who's reporting it and where, or even if you don't know who, just where are you seeing it, so I can go look it up. I think. Oh yeah, I already did that. Bro, will you be on Kareem Report? Again, I enjoyed you, Kareem, and Elder's chemistry. Well, thank you so much, Banks. Yeah, absolutely. I'm more than happy to go back on that. I was very thankful for them to letting me on and allowing us to have those conversations. They've been very supportive of this channel from day one, and I'm very thankful for all of them. I'm more than happy to go back on. Let them know. Slide into the comment section or the live stream. Say, Brain as it stands, Lake is back on. But I mean, I know that they want me to come back again soon. I know that they said if a trade does happen, they want me to come on and hear me sort of break it down and give my thoughts and ins and outs. So hopefully we can make something happen real soon. Big shout outs to them. Big shout outs to Kareem, the Kareem Report, and Elder. They're fantastic. And LA Sports Live. LA Sports Live was the one that kind of set everything up and got everything organized. I did a live stream with them. So I'm very thankful for just everyone accepting me into this community. It's awesome. I really am. I'm very thankful. I think we should keep Russ unless we can get a small forward or power forward. Yeah, I mean, we definitely need a small forward. Problem is that like it just, we have way too many guards. Like if we had, one less guard, then I wouldn't be against it. But it's just, I don't know. I'm not like huge on it right now, if I'm being honest. I don't think it makes sense. I don't think it adds up, if I'm being honest. But thank you, Nathan. Mike, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Need to trade none for Cam, Westbrook for Buddy Hield, Monster, and bring back Melo, then we all say I would absolutely love that if we could do that. Look, if that could happen, to me, that's the home run play. That's the line it up, just smack that out the park. Get that, have that sail out. Yeah, because I mean, we would have you'd have your bigs, you'd have your wing, you literally have everything you need. Like, I would love that to happen if we could make that happen. It's just, will the Pacers drop down their asking price, which is a big question and a big problem. Now that there's other teams in the mix, maybe they look at it as like, all right, like, we might as well get something for these guys. Like, we would rather get a first than somebody else. Maybe that is the case. But if I don't know, if I had to guess, I think it's still the Jazz deal. But that would be just beautiful. That'd be, French kiss. Beautiful. I would absolutely love that. Without a doubt. But we'll see. We'll see how it all shapes up. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Sean, coming in hot with $2 super chat. Thank you so much. What do you think will more than likely happen? My money's on the trade. I don't know which one. Maybe it is the 4 team that everyone's been talking about. I got to look into that. I don't really want to speak on something that I haven't really read or thought about myself. It doesn't really add up to me off the top of my head, but you never know what the ins and outs are. My guess is that there's a trade. That would be my guess. My guess is that whether it's Utah, the Knicks, or somebody, I don't see the Lakers signing Dennis Schroder to go and not make a trade and have 7 point guards on your team. I just don't. I think, yeah, I think that's the only way that really works. So that would be my guess, is that that a trade happens, and then that'll round up our roster, whatever that ends up being. And Mike, coming in again, thank you so much. Keep doing your thing, bro. Love the channel. Seriously, I thank you. I thank you so very much. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm willing to grind. I'm willing to go through the hustle. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I have a goal that I want to achieve, and I'm going to work hard for it. And and I'm thankful to have everyone that I have. Seriously. Thank you. Thank you all so very much. And Jeremy coming in hot with the $5 super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are all so very awesome. If the Lakers don't make another trade with the guard leaving, I will start to dislike Pat Bev trade. I'm with you, man. We have too many guards now. Jeremy, you're preaching, man. It doesn't make sense to me unless we figure out, unless there is a trade in the works, which we still have time. Like, if a trade doesn't happen in the next day or two, don't panic, because everything takes time. But I would imagine that there's going to be a couple team trade or an individual trade or something. There's got to be something, because you literally have 7 guys that can play point guard. Like, LeBron is probably going to be your primary ball handler, especially come the playoff time. I just don't see a way that isn't the outcome. And the Pat Bev trade makes a ton of sense if they get off of Westbrook. The Dennis Schroder signing makes a ton of sense if they get off of Westbrook. If they get off of Westbrook and don't bring on another guard, because here's the thing: if you end up doing the sorry, I just got to know. I just want to make sure it wasn't some Lakers. If you end up doing a deal and take on Mike Conley, then you're back to square one. That makes no sense. But if you end up doing, that's why I said I think the whole Pacers deal makes the most sense now. But I don't think the Pacers were going to drop down from their asking price. At least personally, I don't think they would. But yeah, I don't know. We got to be patient. We got to see what happens. You never know. Any minute something could drop and we're all just like, oh, there it is. There's our answer. And all is good. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But we'll see. We'll see how it all develops. We'll see how it all plays out. But again, thank you so much, Jeremy. Seriously, I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. everybody that's been giving super chats, and everybody that's just hanging out, everybody that's liked this video, everyone that's subscribed to this channel. I really do. Yeah, like High HP said, like the video and subscribe. Help me out. Help me reach the goals. Help me grow my audience, grow my following, stuff like that. We're at 3566. Can we get 34 more subscribers? That'd be beautiful. 34 more subscribers. And there's 200 of you in the stream. That would be wonderful. Hit that like button. You're all very awesome. We find a wing to complete the roster. We now have too many guards, so get Russ or none. Gabriel, these are our last three assets. Yeah, I imagine that some of these guys. Gabriel could end up being, 6'9" size. The whole thing that the Lakers told him, the only thing they told him was, you need to improve your three-point shooting or we're not going to take you back. So I would hope that the Lakers actually did their due diligence and actually had him hey, go shoot 53s and let's see how many you make. Before they just, hey, let's just, we'll just sign you. Yeah, sure. Here you go. I hope that they did. I would pay attention to McMahon and Windhorst. I believe Ains and Zenning. I gave them opinion. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. As long as it's reporting, because ESPN, that old report, that was, I feel like is a deal being worked out or is it not? Are the deals on the table or they're not? I don't care how you feel. Give me some real reporting. Is something being worked out? Is something done? Or is it just your opinion on what you think might happen? I can do that. That's what YouTubers are for. I give my opinion on what I think will happen all day. But if they're actually paid reporters, report. You're the ones that have the information. You are sweet. Thank you so much, Hillary. I appreciate you. Are you happy that Los Angeles brought back Dennis Schroder? Yeah, it depends on which Schroder we get. If we get the egotistical Schroder that thought he was Michael Jordan, no. But if it's the Schroder that comes in and he's humbled and is willing to accept the role and is willing to do whatever it takes to kind of fit in with this team, then yeah, I'm very happy to have him. Trade Russ for Jazz, Bogdanovich, Beasley, and Clarkson in a first pick. Then trade Clarkson, Beasley, Christie, Gabriel for 1 first and second round pick. Wait, I'm sorry. What? Trade Russ for the Jazz. So you're trading Russ for Bogdanovich, Beasley, Clarkson, and giving up a first and you're getting a first round pick, or you're giving up a first round pick, and then trade Clarkson, Beasley, Christie, and Gabriel for a first at a second round. So you're saying to get, I don't see that happening. I don't think anybody's giving up. If the Jazz couldn't find teams to give up first for them, I don't think the Lakers are. What else? I'm happy getting back Dennis Schroder. I love his defense and hustle play. Fit with Coach M. Yeah, and they have a history from when Atlanta, right? I'll take Schroder over Russ, to be honest. I think Schroder's a much better fit. I got to imagine there's got to be something on the works. It makes no sense. I don't know how many times I've said that this live stream, but I'll keep saying it because it makes no sense to me. What's the possible trade lineup? Too many guards. I still think it's the Jazz. I still think that's still the most likely. Maybe it's a multi-team deal, like some people are saying. Like I said, I haven't had a minute to look at that report that came out because it came out during this live stream, apparently. So I can't really speak too heavily on that. From what everyone was telling me, it doesn't add up. There's got to be more to it because Bogdanovich and Terry Rozier, there doesn't match, at least off the top of my head, if I'm not mistaken. So I imagine it's either the Jazz trade straight up. I would love the Pacers deal now. But I would say it's probably the Jazz. It's probably the Jazz, and then, whether it's straight up or a multi-team deal or whatever. I think the Los Angeles Lakers should get Kyrie Irving since day one. And also, I've been subscribed to both channels since day one. Well, thank you so much, Marquise. I really do appreciate that. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I wish that they would have gotten Kyrie. Who knows? Maybe next year. There's always next year, right? I believe Clarkson might still be a part of the deal, mainly due to salary matching. Beasley, Bogdanovich, Clarkson almost match exactly. That's very true. Although now the Lakers have one less roster spot. Yeah, that's why I gotta imagine. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe that, like, I'm not ruling out the multi-team deal that everyone's been putting in the chat. I haven't read it, so I don't know if it's even possible or if it's just nonsense. But that would make sense to me. I could see maybe Clarkson goes somewhere, and then Beasley, Bogdanovich, and like say maybe it's a 3-team deal with the Knicks, and they're willing to give up Fournier and Reddish, and we get Beasley and Bogdanovich, and we give up Westbrook and Kendrick Nunn or something like that. Maybe that's something. Maybe that's how it works out. Again, just throwing that out there in general. So. Imagine DS17 and Pat Bev pressure in half court. Brown get a lot of steals. 80 will also. Yeah, Walker. I cannot wait. Like you give me those twin towers in the front court. Give me those 2 guards in the back court. Good luck. You got the towers. You got the big bouncers at the back door. You got the 2 pit bulls at the front door, and you got LeBron hosting. Let's go. I'll take my chances with that team. Let's ride with that team. Get Cam for Nunn. Trade Russ for Turner. If we can make that happen, that'd be absolutely beautiful. Bring back Melo. I am all for Melo. All for Melo. I would love it. Especially if we are like a legit contender. Because I want to see. I would love to see Melo get a championship. He needs to go somewhere that is like a lock contender. Just slide Anderson to small forward, then Bryant to power forward. Anderson. Which Anderson? Am I missing something? Is there more to that? I don't know. I don't see more to that. Mike Conley, Melo, he has no defense at all. He does it, but if you're bringing Melo in, you're bringing him for same reason you're bringing, Buddy Hield, guys like that. It's just you're putting him out there just to be your 3-point shooter, nothing else. You're hoping that he just replicates what he did, the other year. Sorry, getting tired. The 4-team trade included Donovan Mitchell. That was something discussed in the past. Okay, so that talk was something different. Well, I know that there was a 3-team trade for Donovan Mitchell. From what everyone's saying is that this 4-team trade is new. The 4-team trade was before the Mitchell trade happened. It was just now reported after the fact. Oh, okay. Okay, got it. That makes sense. Yeah, because I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't because it doesn't add up. There's got to be more moving parts to that. But yeah, if Mitchell was a guy, then yeah, okay, then that may make more sense. I don't know why teams do that. I don't know why they put out trades that should have came out, or reports that should have came out, a month ago. At this point, that Detroit trade of Burks, Olynyk, Noel's doesn't look half bad if we keep our pace. I still don't like. I just think Noel, he's just got a lot going on, and he just got done with the lawsuit with Clutch. That's something else I forgot to mention in that video. So I don't know how LeBron's gonna feel about that. I truly hope Westbrook is done. I think so. I really do. I wouldn't lock it in, but I think the writing's on the wall. Here's the one thing I saw about Schroder. Phoenix and the Raptors were looking to sign him. He likely said, Lakers let go, and I have to sign elsewhere. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm sure there are other teams that would have taken Schroder that would have been more than happy to take him on. I think he just kind of wanted to make amends with the Lakers. I really do believe he wanted to stay with the Lakers. I really do. I just think he wanted that. He just thought he was too big for his britches. And I think he thought hey, if you don't pay me, someone else will. The Lakers said, okay, fine. Then, we wanted to keep you, but, go elsewhere. And he ended up learning real fast that it's not how it works. So I think that is likely what ended up happening. Lakers updated roster: Westbrook, Dennis Schroder, Patrick Beverly, Kendrick Nunn, Lonnie Walker. Yeah, like I mean, yeah, that very likely could be what it is. Yeah. Small forward: Braun, Reeves, Troy Brown. See, I mean, I'm not saying Reeves can't play the three, but we're just so small on the small forward position is my only concern. Davis, Sano, Thomas, Jones, Gabriel. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it all shapes up. With that roster, it puts several dudes out of their natural position. This is screaming a trade. I'm with you on Nunn. I want to see him, but I'm not sure he's better than Schroeder. Yeah, it does. It seems like Toscano Anderson. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. It makes sense that a trade is coming. No matter how I look at this, I don't see this shaping up any other way. I really don't. At least I hope so. You know what I mean? Because I would absolutely hate it if like this is the clunky fit that we have. And just slide Anderson to small forward, then Bryant to power forward. So now that makes more sense. Thank you for clarifying that. I really appreciate that. I mean that very well could be the case. I do think Anthony Davis probably plays the three, but I think Thomas Bryant could play the four as well. I mean, you could that's the beauty with having Bryant is he can play the four or the five because he can shoot. I mean, Damian Jones he's 34% from three. Although he only shoots like 1.5 attempts per game, so not too heavily. But yeah, I could understand that. All right, here we go. Last question, and then we'll skate on out of here. Hope a trade happens. Some are reporting that Nunn and Beverly are going to play shooting guard. I think that's probably the case. I'm pretty sure that's likely what's going to end up happening because they both can play off the ball. I just think we have we're really small around the perimeter, and that concerns me. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it all shapes up. Again, I appreciate y'all so very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate all of you for just, asking these questions and having this conversation. I appreciate everyone for liking this video. If you haven't liked it, it's not too late. Hit that like button. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. It's not too late to subscribe to the channel. Everyone that gave me super chats, thank you so much for the super chats. It really does help me. It really does. And I'm very thankful for it. And lastly, go subscribe to As It Stands. Links to everything are in the description down below. Go check out the description. I started a Twitter. I'd appreciate if you guys would follow me on Twitter. That'd be awesome. I can start posting on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all of that stuff. If you guys could go check out the links in the description. You guys are all awesome. Oh, Jeremy coming in hot with the $2 super chat. Cheers to a Westbrook trade. See ya. Thank you so much, Jeremy. I really appreciate you. I really do. I appreciate all of you. And that being said, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you.